Hi guys, welcome again to this topic that I'm going to discuss on how to sell items, specifically your household items back at home. The reason as why I'm bringing this topic is because I've seen many people, and I mean many people, struggling on how to be able to dispose or sell their household items. But today I decided to bring it to you for you to be able to use the tips that I'm going to give you today. So stay tuned and enjoy. One of the tips that I'm going to talk of is by you listing your inventory. This is very important. You can take a day at home, list all the items that you want to sell, separate them from the rest, write them down, look at the prices that you bought those items for, which is very important because I'm going to explain to you how they play a big role when you're evaluating or you're pricing your items. So listing your inventory is very important for you to be able to know what to do next. So come up with a list, indicate the quality, indicate the quantity, indicate even the price that you bought these items, things to do with colors, description, and whatever. It's important when you put them on the same list because it will make your work easier by the end of this process. The second one is to identify your target audience. Identifying your target audience is going to help you a lot, and I mean a lot, when you're trying to see the items that belong either to this group or to the other group. The items that you think might even work for all the groups, but that is not true. So I'd advise you, whenever you're coming up with a list, identify which audience are you going to target whenever you're selling your items. Things to do with beds, things to do with electronics, things to do with furniture. These have different groups that you're going to target. For instance, there are those people who won't even consider buying a second-hand mattress. That group is out of discussion. So you can actually go for the other group which they don't mind buying a second-hand mattress. We also have people whom they have kids. They want to buy kids stuff. They want to buy toys. They want to buy kids bikes. They want to buy PS. So these are different group compared to those people who do not have kids. So even the messaging is going to matter whenever you're picking such audience for you to be able to sell to them easily. So picking an audience should be done from the word go, from the start. Whenever you have come up with a list, you're able to pick your audience and you target them whenever you're listing to them, you're selling to them, or you're pitching them the idea of selling those items to them. The third point here is on you selecting the selling strategy. From my end, I think there are two places which you can decide to sell your items from. One is online. Basically, you finding the platform that you like and you list those items there and you're able to sell. Another option is for you considering to sell offline. Offline might mean that you're just going to sell to the people around you, whether the place that you stay, in your neighborhood, or you can just take it to a yard sale. You can take it for auction. Auctions are these people who take your things and they put it in a yard and they decide to sell it to the highest bidder. So these two strategies are the ones which you can pick from when you're trying to sell. So it's better if you plan early and know if you'd consider the online bit or the offline bit. If I'm to speak a little about the online bit, is that you have to really know what you're doing online, because online comes with its own challenges. There are people who are coming there to fraud people. There are people who have trust issues. There are people who have privacy issues. There are people who just don't know how to use the online digital tools or online tools. So if you're picking a strategy, whether it's online or offline, it has its own drawbacks. On the offline bit, you have the challenge of you managing your inventory. It means that it's either you have to welcome people every time to your house to be able to look at those items, or you're the one to take your items out for these people to see. So these are the challenges you get whenever you're picking a strategy on selling your items. The next point is about valuation. Valuation is a very important aspect in this exercise. You are supposed to really be careful when you're trying to do valuation of your items, because it will determine how people are going to take your items for. There are people who have made big mistakes by putting higher prices on things which do not really have so much value. Other people have also really undervalued their items and they end up regretting. But then again, in terms of valuation, it depends on who is who and the reason as to why they are selling. There are people who are selling just because they want to dispose the items away, and there are other people who are selling because they want to upgrade. There are other people who are selling because they want to buy another version, and there are other people who just don't care. They just want to remove those items and dispose them off. So these different types of people have different ways of pricing or evaluating their items. You as a person, you really need to know the reason as to why you're selling, which I'm going to mention in the next point, for you to know how you're going to value your items. In terms of valuation, it depends also with the item that you are selling. The way you'd value a furniture is different from the way you'd value your TV or your speakers. Also, valuation is affected by the demand. You can find, for example, PS5, PS4, they really have a high demand, but that does not mean that you'll put such an item with high price. No, that only means that you can be able to find the average price that other people are selling for you to be able to price your item. I can see so many people have challenges when they're trying to price their item, and it will also be best if they can seek experts to help them do this exercise. This is a bonus content that I wanted to cover before I end this video, and this was for me to explain more about the purpose for selling. This is a crucial and important exercise whenever you're doing or whenever you want to sell your items. What's the reason as to why you're selling your item? Is it because you are tired of it? Is it because you want to buy something? Is it because you want to meet an emergency need? Is it because you're flying out of the country and therefore you just need to dispose all these items? All these reasons really matter. So you have to know the reason as to why you're selling, of which I know you'd know why you're selling. Therefore, these reasons would be able to determine the kind of price you're putting. There's some people who really don't care how much they're going to sell these items just because they have other items which are coming in. Or the other people who have less space in their living room, they want to find more space, and therefore they really do not care how much they're going to sell their items for. But you back there, you might be having other reasons. Either you want to raise your emergency fund and maybe you're targeting a certain reach. Therefore, it means your pricing will differ from those people. Don't feel shy to try. You can always try. Maybe it will turn out to be your luck to be able to sell those items at your required price. I'm so happy to end this video. It's been a long video and I hope you've enjoyed. I'm looking forward to shoot more of this content next time. Therefore, I'd encourage you to be able to reach out to us, Corido Marketplace, that we can have a candid conversation on how you're going to dispose your items. We also have experts who can help you to be able to sell your items easily and fast. You can reach out to us via Corido Marketplace. The website is corido.co.ke. You can also find our contact over there. You can reach out to us and call us, or even comment on the comment section of this video for us to reach out back to you and help you out. Thank you so much. See you next time.